That down, guys. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, in the past week or so, we've talked a couple times about some James Gunn stuff, some Superman stuff, and a lot of people have been saying to us, John, they've already said that James Gunn isn't going to Comic-Con. James Gunn's not going to Comic-Con. And whenever they would say that, I would go, I don't recall hearing James Gunn saying he's not going to Comic-Con this year. Well, put all those doubts to rest, because not only did James Gunn just confirm that he is going to Comic-Con, him and John Cena, but he's going to talk about all things DCU. This comes to us here from the San Diego Comic-Con blog. That wrote, James Gunn has confirmed on Threads that he will be at the panel along with John Cena, although it's only going to be the two of them. Just James Gunn and John Cena. It will only be the two of them. Gunn did say that he will, quote unquote, talk about everything, though, which could mean that DC studio fans could still get an early look or tease of some of the upcoming slate. This is the Threads conversation it came from. One of his followers said, so there will be a special Peacemaker panel at SDCC, or will it be an all-encompassing DC Studios one? To which James Gunn said, it's just me and John and Peacemaker. Though, of course, I'll talk about everything. All right. So this is the little key piece that I think a lot of people have been waiting for, because it hasn't been, I mean, I hadn't heard that James Gunn confirmed that he was going to be at Comic-Con before, but I certainly didn't hear him say that he wasn't going, which is what some of our viewers were writing in, and maybe that came from somewhere. Not sure. So for him to say, we got a couple key things here. One, there's a panel. Two, just him and John Cena. I'll be honest with you. If you had told me that James Gunn is indeed doing a panel at Comic-Con, I would have thought for sure Millie Alcock would be on it. I would have thought for sure that Jason Momoa would be there, maybe even walk out and introduce the new Batman. But let me get to that in a second. But saying it's just going to be him and John Cena, and that he will be, the third thing is he is going to be talking about everything. So he's going to be probably talking about Brave and the Bold. He's probably going to be talking about Lanterns. He's going to be talking about Peacemaker. He's going to be talking about Supergirl. Of course, Superman will already be out, I believe. Superman will be out already. So there's all that. Now, just because he says it's just me and John Cena, that doesn't mean there couldn't be some surprises.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So right now, the Vegas odds on what would those surprises be? I don't know that he'll announce any new projects, because they've got a lot of projects out there on the books already, right? That they're going into development on. Rob, were I a betting man, I might bet that he's going to pull, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, your new Batman, Alan Richardson, or Jensen Ackles, or whoever. Jensen Ackles.
It's me. That's why it's me.
I think
Alistair Strong.
I think we are going to get an announcement about an update on Brave and the Bold, and I think we're going to find out who the Batman is. I really do. I think that's what's coming. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this. James Gunn saying that he's going to be there. It's just going to be him and Cena doing a two-man panel. He is going to talk about everything. So what could those things be? And do you expect any surprises?
Okay, first of all, I think James Gunn is being truthful when he says it's going to be him and John Cena, because they're probably going to do a Peacemaker panel that's going to happen because Peacemaker debuts in August. He didn't say anything about Hall H, did he?
I assume that's in Hall H.
Okay. I would imagine.
It would have to be in Hall H.
Maybe. I'll bet you $1 million that they're going to have a blowout panel that's going to have Kyle Chandler, that's going to have Aaron Pierre, that's going to have Millie Alcott, because why wouldn't they? You know, they're going to have a huge blowout panel, but he can't say that yet because they haven't announced San Diego's panels yet. And if he were to come out and go, yeah, we're going to do this big blowout at Hall H, that would San Diego wouldn't like that, because they're still organizing their panels. So when he says it's me and John Cena, that's what he can say today. But I'll bet you that we are going to hear a big announcement later.
Well, and technically,
because it's too much.
Yeah.
They've got this entire brand new studio. They finished Supergirl. Oh, by the way, Jason Momoa will be there too.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that they're gonna do a huge extravaganza at Comic-Con. At least I think they are.
Okay, so when the guy says, "Will there be? Is it a Peacemaker panel or an all-encompassing DC Studios one. James Gunn says it's just me and John, although I'll talk
I
about
think they're going to do a Peacemaker panel.
So I think there's going to be 2 separate panels.
Yes.
I think he's answering very coyly. I'm just keeping this up here. 2 separate things, and he's being very coy about it. Will there be a special Peacemaker panel at SDCC? It's going to be me and John and Peacemaker. Will it be an all-encompassing DC Studios? Of course, I'll talk about everything. I think he's being coy. I think he's answering 2 questions separately.
Okay. All right. Well, Chris, what about you? How do you interpret what he's saying? Are you expecting more people? Do you think there's going to be 2 separate panels? Do you expect any kind of surprises? If so, which ones would you guess we might see? What do you think?
I would imagine there would be surprises. That's what Comic-Con's kind of about. If you are going to be out there amongst all the sweaties and be in Hall H, you better surprise some people with some cool shit, man.
Yeah.
People line up around that convention center. They park out there for days now.
They got cool shit coming, man. They got a quiver full of cool shit.
Yeah.
To fire out at the audience.
Green Arrow's going to be there too?
I was just about to say, I was like, Green Arrow. I think they're going to at least announce some other characters who are coming into play. I think you're going to get some really cool behind the scenes stuff. And I just feel like they're going to do some really fun stuff with John Cena there. I'm hoping they get everybody to dance. That's all I want.
Oh my God.
But they have confirmed there's a new opening sequence. They've confirmed there's a brand new opening sequence. Do you know what I wouldn't be against? I would not be against, because normally, you know me, I am normally like, when it's a new thing, you do everything new, right? I have to say, and maybe it's just the bias in me, when you bring up Green Arrow, I really wouldn't mind Stephen Amell coming back as Green Arrow. I really liked him as Green Arrow. I really did. That would be great. If James Gunn were to bring Stephen Amell out on stage as Green Arrow, I would probably lose my shit. I mean, he's not busy with suits anymore.
Womp womp.
Ooh, too early? Too early?
Dang.
Anyway, but I would love to see him as Green Arrow again. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Ridge. Hey guys, listen, I love this thing. This is my Ridge wallet, and honestly, I think it's the last wallet I'll probably ever need. I used to carry around this huge, bulky leather beast stuffed with receipts, old cards, and frankly, way too much junk. It messed up my back when I would sit down on it with my back pocket, and since switching to Ridge, game changer. This thing is sleek, compact, holds up to 12 cards plus cash, and it still fits perfectly in my front pocket. I've got the carbon fiber one. It's ridiculously durable and looks amazing. You can choose from over 50 different colors and styles too. And in today's world, this part is key. It's got RFID blocking tech built in so you can keep your info safe from digital thieves. Peace of mind and style? Absolutely. Another added bonus is if you're like me and constantly misplacing your stuff, they even have an AirTag attachment so you can always know where your wallet is. And to make this even better, Ridge gives you free shipping, a 99-day risk-free trial, and a lifetime warranty on all of their products, wallets, key cases, even suitcases. Right now, Ridge is having their huge Memorial Day sale. Get up to 40% off at ridge.com/Campea. That's ridge.com/Campea. And after you buy, tell them our show sent you because it helps a lot. Anyway, guys, question is for you. James Gunn is saying that he is indeed going to be at Comic-Con, that he's going to have him and John Cena, that he will talk about everything there. Rob seems to think there might actually be 2 panels, and we might see more than him and John Cena. What would you expect to hear announced at this thing? Will Stephen Amell come out and play Green Arrow again? There's no chance, I'm sure, but I would like it. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.